Okay, get the rope. Now grab them.
Yeah?
Do it.
Yeah, that looks good. Looks right.
Do you remember me of Ulster? Katrina Lee Vacan on Shaw. And this is Philip Bradshaw, back for the big occasion. You should remember me, don't you? You really should. I sat in your class for 5 years. That desk there, right in front of you. Thought of everything of Ulster. Clever girl. Or as you yourself used to say, Mahan Colleen. You should be used to this kind of scene from your time in the IRA. Kangaroo court, eh? You have much to say for yourself. You'll have to do better than that if you want to make a case for the defence. Yeah. Hasn't changed much, has it, Dandy? Terrible place to end your days. Bad enough having to work here all your life. Run down prefab in the corner of a schoolyard, exposed on every front.
Yeah, a terrible place to end his days.
You think they give him a decent classroom after all these years?
Too fucking good it is for him.
Maybe easier to find you though. Here in your old room. Still giving extra classes on a Thursday night, eh, Tony? Old habits die hard. Oh, would you look at this, Standy? Isn't this nice? Padraig is still here.
You didn't think he'd have gone away, did you?
Oh, it must be a comfort to you to know that Padraig's looking down on everything you do.
Giving him the nod with his gammy eye.
I almost forgot. Your Easter lily. Now, we couldn't have you go a meeting your maker, never mind the fallen patriots of the past, without your Easter lily now, could we?
Well, you always wanted to die for Ireland.
Yeah, well, tonight the pipes are calling. Not yet, Donny, not yet. We have to have a trial first. Wouldn't be right and proper without a trial first. That's what they do in the IRA, isn't it? Or does your branch of the so-called Republican movement have other procedures? You were one of them 50s lot. Stood on top of the hill taking pot shots at the border station. Some campaign that was, Donny. What was the body count? 2? 3?
And they all died in one night, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, it was enough to give you a glorious name. Enough to send out thousands of young men to kill and be killed for the last 20 years. Trying to achieve what the great patriots of the past failed to achieve. Remember what we said.
All right.
And you leave everything to me, won't you?
All right.
Hi, Cosy. What's the story?
Hi, Alan.
Andy? Well, you said you were having a surprise party for Donny. Is that real? What is his birthday or what? Just the 3 of us?
Yeah, a surprise party. I told you to keep it to yourself.
I thought no. What is it, Kathy? What's happening?
Have a guess.
Who are you there and why is he tied up? Is this a game or something?
Do you not recognise the gimp of him? Even with his head covered. With his little tweed jacket. And his Easter lily on his little lapel. Fog on bollock. Out of the fucking way.
Fog on bollock.
Our old class tutor in his old classroom.
Did you take off the
You
hood?
stand back, Alan, understand.
What's with the gun, Kathy?
It's just a teaching aid, Alan. Just a teaching aid.
Are you off your head?
You remember how keen Donny was on discipline? He used to say, if you don't understand discipline, then you won't be able to impose discipline. Well, that was my translation anyway. He would never have spoken a full sentence in the foul language of the Sosnoch.
Sure, he doesn't understand English. After all, he's from Naas where English died out as a spoken language at the end of the 19th century.
Kathy, what are you doing?
Isn't it obvious? Okay, I'll explain. This is a kangaroo court.
Oh, what?
Duly and properly convened according to the principles that Donny holds most dear.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, he doesn't recognise the legitimacy of the state. Doesn't recognise the legitimacy of the law. The only legitimacy he recognises is that of the gun.
You can't be serious, Kathy.
Oh, I'm deadly serious. Sorry about the pun.
Do you realise what you're doing here? Where did you get that gun?
Sure, it's easy to order a gun around here as it is to order a pizza.
So you can order the two in one go if you want to save yourself a journey to the village.
yeah. I'll have a pepperoni, double cheese, chips and a Coke, and a handgun, .22 semi-automatic.
Jesus Christ.
They're all graded, you know.
The pizzas.
They're guns, for Christ's sake.
The dearest is untraceable. So I chose one traceable to the paramilitaries. Not that I'm trying to skimp in the party or anything.
God forbid.
But wouldn't it be perfect justice for everyone to think he was done in by his own?
Done in? What the hell are you talking about?
Do you remember the guy from around here who was ratted on for trying to buy weapons in the US? Well, we put it out there that it was Donny that ratted on him.
Yeah. Imagine the tabloids. Local sources said the victim was under suspicion of passing information to the Gardaí.
And bang goes Donny's place in the pantheon of great patriots. An informer instead.
And what they do to informers. They cut out his tongue.
Where you going with that?
You said you bring the gun. I brought a knife just in case. I always have a knife just in case.
And he said we do this my way.
Alright, but you better hurry up with the bloody trial. Then, before I shoot him, I wouldn't cut off his bollocks.
What?
You're gonna stop me, yeah?
You're not seriously taking it. Or just like that.
Just like what? I was thinking of shielding her from this angle. Bang!
His brain splattered all over P.H. Pierce.
This is fucking madness. Are you all fucking mad?
I told you, Warren.
What are you doing this?
Stand back.
Why have you gagged him?
The hood stays and the gag stays, alright?
Why?
To give him a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, exactly. To show him what it's like to be powerless. To be at the mercy of someone else. To be without speech. Totally unable to express how he's feeling. To be on the receiving end of bin bale in the husk. Sweet is the mouth that is silent.
Just what he did to us.
Alright. You've made your point.
Exactly. And besides, who knows what face we'd see if I took off that hood? The smiling one, all charm, beaming warmth on the world. Or the ugly, nasty face that is you dancing attendance to him because you're shitting bricks with fear. Sha, Oster. Ni ha, Oster. 3 bags full of Oster. Am I right?
So, what did he ever do to you?
Dí bagalti, mis sé bhór mунtóir gaige, gus bhór maistear ranga, agus seo an seomra gaige. Tá riile bhaina go. Ní le roh ar focail béarla in san seomra seo cuithe. Tá mu sé sin sa léir? Ma hastíon uibh éon rud a ráiliomsa, caiig sé a rá os gaige. Ní léon béarla gomsa, ní higgin béarla. Bheith sé dachar dús ach nábíoch imníorad, is fearr gailge bhriste ná béarla cliste. Nis tá mi léir ag tasniú inniu dá bhrí sin caiimid fadsiú rih a chéine. Mi sé ar dús. Dí bhagaltí tá fadse roimh. Éist bin a béal in a host, ach ní mar seo ála mín sibh gaige. Caiid sibh leirt amach, der sibh gur a maithagat a bhaistéir. Os ardanis agus le chéile, gur a maithagat a bhaistéir. Hána bha. An éis, caiid sibh se fáilte a gur romsa. le chéile ríis, abrigi. Dia rich a washtir, ta falche rot. Dia rich a washtir, ta falche rot. Angawa arfa. En is, kijk mee aan rolle en lianestach. Da brishin kijk dat binnen de anem a hurtam ganga skrihig mee sa rolle e. Tas nooit meer laten. Kan dus anem dit.
Alle morphia washer.
Maar de skeer kunnen tanem shinna.
Water. Water.
Kwer shit aan tanem allen art. Ach be iedna sasnik. A kwer aan tanem morphia. Le bresje was mile blian. We al morchu aan tanem via de klaar. De hinsje. En een hilig gur de lukt om ri morkeschief. Ik heb de sasnik, er van tanem shin ro o gwelch. Gur e fuim nis Brittany eg morphi. Sheepson a gleg morphiot muer a chlam. Ag an ish, tatu ser o ochel. Is verder dat, an tanem brudden ag shinne gemaad, mas malad. Nu is verder dat, Shelver lache, hele year, blinne gwelach, o Maracu. Dat er wel dat. Morphy. Nu o Maracu.
A morphia washer.
Tala fair. Alan o Maracu. En is call the anem pitcher?
Cathy Bean of Oster.
Agus wel at even in Welga, nu stiel na sasamach.
Welga of Oster.
Arno warfa. Ta fan ar in gleir, shelf a glacha ar ar noirad. So siomra seo de gan noirad goela le fecail gasileir. Era atá sa siomra seo is I goilge tanga an siomra. Ach, ma dhéanam I goléir, sór iireacht, is féidir an éire ghailach seo a leanú, ó thiomra go siomra, ó scal go scal, ó chlán go chlán, ó chair go chair. Agus nuair le an tír amláin ag leart gaige sin agus nígatí an sin is fedal in a rá go bhfuil méid sair ó smacht hosanna. Anis, a bhaiscirí an abair. Cathy Behan ar dáta?
Sha of Oster.
Sin Catriona ní bhachaáin. Ceart go leor?
Sha of Oster.
Agus tusa, cad is anim duit?
Philip Bradshaw.
Sha.
Oh, Philip Bradshaw. I watched it.
Ní anim gaelach atá an sin agat.
Anu Sasna a washer. Hannig a her o Sasna a chuig sé washer ish.
Come on. Ní héan masle anim sasna fer gine. Agus is féidir le duine ben a gael dílis in an ahar sasnach a bheith fechan an bhar seo. Ahar sasnach a bhí a gesin. Agus cé siúd.
Michael Collins.
Níl is a bhaith. Cé an bhar seo. Níl clú a bhaith. Cé siúd. In seoim is Shafar a voor bos a voor son. Shafar a chuig chun a bhais chun go mbeadh sibse saoil. Sé pádraig mar píris an fear seo. Ceannar an airé amach seachtain na cásca. Girl, dílis! An ceann is díl seo riamh. Is beag sé fechan síos armh. Có fadas atá mise an seo mhúr múna. Pádraig Marc píris. Fianam Sasna Patrick Pierce. A fuair sé an air. A chuaigh sé le dúchas a bhaithir. Chuaigh sé leis an náisiúnachas agus leis an teanga. Agus thóg sé féin parsa lán Gaelach. Agus caid sé a héalóg. Agus go mbeadh sibse saor agus Gaelach. Agus go mbeadh éire saor agus Gaelach. Nis caid mé an bhla líon isteach ar an ranga. An is danam?
Philip?
Philip.
Philip?
Philip?
Philip Mac?
Philip Mac?
Philip McBradshaw?
Philip McBradshaw! That was a race and a girl I got that fame. Sin Rogers! Rogers the Choch. This girl Misha agus Tommy brought to us. Agus mana Danian sé sin leat is Camalimsa. Fog on Balak.
What did he do to me? I'm a girl, right?
What's that supposed to mean? Look, if you don't tell me now what this is all about, I'm out of here. I'll be back with the guards.
The guards? I don't think Donny would want the guards somehow.
If the guards had any interest, we wouldn't be here.
Fair enough. We'll start the trial. But this court is convened according to Donny's principles of justice. We owe him that much. So, smocked. Discipline imposed by terror.
Terror? It's ridiculous.
No, it isn't ridiculous. Do you remember Mary Hogan? She was the girl who was on the train with us that time going to the Gaeltacht. She was so excited. What was she, 12, 13? First time away from home. We got off the train in Galway, we were unloading our bikes. She couldn't find hers and panicked. Can't find my bike. Donny overheard her and roared at her and she'd broken the rule. A whole sentence in English. He ordered her back on the train, sent her back to Dublin on her own. Somebody justice, eh, Donny?
He was just enforcing the rules. That was how he set standards.
That was how he scared the shit out of everyone.
Tell me why you're doing this.
Okay. You were hereby appointed counsel for the defence.
Yeah. And we're the prosecutors.
So, you want to shoot him because he frightened the life out of you in school?
That and a few other things.
Yeah, well, maybe he frightened the shit out of everyone. But when he had them subdued, he had their attention and then he could teach. There was method in his tactics, you know. He was the best Irish teacher in the country. We were lucky to have him.
You were lucky to have him.
The prosecution does not contest that he was a good teacher. They teach Irish better than anyone else. No one's denying that.
He turned you into a teacher, just like himself. The rest of us could go to hell and fart in Irish. Do you remember how we jump up and charge down the room here? And chairs over, just because someone down the back had coughed.
So, did anyone die? No, they didn't. But they stayed awake, that's for sure. And they were learning, that's for sure. He never hit anyone. Look, you didn't come in here like this with a knife and a gun just because Donny gave you a hard time in school. So what exactly are your charges?
Good counsel for the defence. Forced witness. Me.
What did he do to you?
He stunted my sexual growth.
You what?
All through my teenage years when I was growing up, I thought there was something wrong with me. The boys in my class that I fancied, they wouldn't go near me.
Knowing you, they were probably afraid of you.
The much trumpeted summers of the Gaeltacht yielded nothing either. Not even a snog or a session of heavy petting, as the chaplain used to call it.
You were well protected. You should be grateful.
I didn't want to be protected, that's the point. First few days of the Gaeltacht were promising. I remember one of them rare Connemara days when the sun was shining on the stony beach. The students were all horsing around, trying to get to know one another, trying to impress one another. And you and I wandered off down the rocks and discovered a little rock pool. The sea anemones were waving their arms around, waiting to embrace anything they could devour. And we had fun, prodding their hearts with a twig, and laughed at the way their arms swept around a twig like it was a long-lost lover or a succulent meal.
I remember.
It was lovely there on the rocks, and we lingered long after the plight of the anemones ceased to amuse us, until we got the summons to assemble for the march back for tea. We were reluctant to leave, so we arranged to climb out that night and meet on that same spot on the beach.
That's right.
But you never turned up.
I was always busy.
Indeed.
I was always being given responsibilities. Probably had qualms about setting an example.
Indeed. And the long, sultry sessions in the confessional box with the chaplain was the closest thing I ever got to sex.
Will you get serious, for fuck's sake?
Do you not think my growing pains, my teenage angst are a serious matter?
What happened to Beano was serious. That's what serious is.
Yeah, you're right. Do you know my brother Jimmy died?
Of course I know. I was at the funeral.
Do you know how he died?
Well, he was on drugs, wasn't he?
He topped himself.
I heard the rumours, yes.
Victim number 2, Jimmy Behan, otherwise known as Beano.
What happened?
Donnie might be able to answer that question better than me. Isn't that right, Donnie? This is still about you, you know.
Kathy, please. Tell me what happened to Jimmy.
Well, to put it in a nutshell, Donnie here was buggering him all those years ago when he was at school. When we were all at school.
Oh, Christ.
Surprise, fucking surprise.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah. Because you know I've been in London for a few years, so I was out of touch.
He was such a good lad. And right, too. Such a good future ahead of him.
The future's all behind them now.
You lost your mate too down there, I'm sorry.
Sorry you won't bring him back, will you?
Yeah, he was a good lad. He was a lovely kid. And he was fine growing up. But then he dropped out of school and went to pieces. He was only 15 then, remember? Went on drugs. Later in and out of psychiatric hospital.
He was having breakdowns.
Breakdowns. It was in bits.
Eventually, they had a counsellor working on him. And Jimmy started to open up. Told him about Donnie buggering him. They got the whole story out of him in due course. And they told him the only way forward was to confront his problem for what it was, a crime. And the only way to deal with it was to report it to the guards.
And did he?
Yeah. And more. Started talking to his mates, the lads from the estate who came to the school. Dandy here, Tomo, and some others.
There was a fucking army of us.
And they all started admitting that they were buggered by Donnie as well. I mean, they all looked up to Jimmy, and when he came clean, it was easier for them. Jimmy went to the guards and made a statement. And he gave a list of names of people who were prepared to make statements as well.
Are you sure this happened? I mean, they were all on drugs after all.
Fuck you. Why do you think we were doing heroin?
Maybe it was your drug of choice. Maybe you enjoyed it, got a kick out of it. Why else do people do drugs?
You know fuck all.
Maybe you took it to concoct stories.
We concocted nothing.
Maybe you took the psychedelic stuff then. Had visions, trips, mind-altering experiences. Imagine things.
It's all true!
Yeah, why do you have a problem believing that?
Honey pot.
Honey pop?
You know, Donnie's honey pot. The cat that flies you tick. You were his bait, his success story.
Fuck's that supposed to mean?
People pointed to you. Donnie was able to point to you. Look at Alan Murphy, look how well he got on. He became a school teacher just like Downey, so it must be good to hand your kids over to that bastard.
You're fucking deranged.
If Downey's been fucking more kids down through the years, it's because you were his babe, his honey pot.
All right. We're in the middle of a trial here. Remember?
What happened with the guards?
The guards arrested Downey and questioned him.
Yeah, well, they must have taken it seriously if they brought him in.
Downey and his solicitor made out we were just a bunch of junkies who held a grudge and were out to blackmail.
The guards told Jimmy that they didn't have enough evidence to prosecute Downey. And when he heard that, he went home and he talked himself. Dandy here found him.
We went down to his shed, where we used to meet every morning, to shoot up if we had any gear. He was hanging from the rafters. I grabbed his legs, tried to hold him up, roared until one of the neighbours heard, and came and cut him down. But Beano was dead. He'd been dead from the night before.
Kathy, when did you know the full story?
A month ago. I only found out after Jimmy died. My mother and father knew, but they said nothing to the rest of us. Obviously too difficult to talk about. Double taboo. Taboo. It was as if they were ashamed or something. Jesus, when I think of it, I boil. As if Jimmy did something shameful. When I squeezed more information out of my mother, she gave me this. She found them in his room. Copies of the statements the lads made to the guards. Well, Mr. Defence Counsel, do you want to read the statements? Well, here's the gist. Downey here, as well as being fanatical about Irish, was also madly enthusiastic about succeeding, getting on.
Yeah, telling young fellas and young girls too that came from the estates and the flats that they could go places, that they could become teachers or engineers or civil servants if they were prepared to work.
It was an inspiring message. It inspired us all.
It was. And he took to the books in a big way.
Could hardly get him out to play football.
Do you remember his little blonde head? His little impish smile. So serious. Throwing in a few Irish words and phrases to impress us.
I remember well.
Well, one Friday after school, Downey decided to have a chat with my mother. The poor woman nearly dropped dead when she saw him coming to the front door. She thought Jimmy was in trouble in school or something serious like that. But Downey smooth-talked her. Told her that all was well at school and Jimmy had a great future.
Seamus. He never called him Jimmy. He called him Seamus.
That's right. He rechristened him Seamus. And Downey said that he'd need help organising the summer school. And could we have it for the weekend? Is she okay with this? The poor woman was dancing jigs in the air. Poor son, helping out to teach her, going places. Now was I, mad with pride in my little brother, mad with jealousy, because Downey never picked me for special responsibilities.
Too fucking right he didn't. And weren't you lucky?
Took him off in the car that Friday evening. He went to Downey's house, packing envelopes. They made some food. And then Downey started opening cans of beer for
I
Jimmy.
can't listen to this.
Jimmy never had alcohol before. When it was bedtime, he brought him up to the room and indicated he could hop into the double bed. Well, Jimmy wasn't surprised when Downey got in beside him. Oh, Jesus. Sharing beds in our house was the norm, not the exception. What happened next surprised him, though. Downey was on top of him and inside him. Isn't that right, Downey?
Kathy, the gun!
You poured drink into my 13-year-old brother and then you buggered him!
Don't! Please stop!
What if it goes off? It'll shorten his rotten life by about half an hour.
The sooner he snuffed, the better.
No, you're right. You're right. After all the trouble I've gone to, it'll be a travesty for him to evade justice in the end. No, Downey. You will die the death of a traitor.
Or the executioner's bullet.
Yeah. But after the trial, Dandy, after the trial.
Traitor.
Traitor, yeah. That's what he is. You remember Downey's mantra? Delish, delish, delish. Faithful to the country, faithful to the language, faithful to the Catholic Church.
Delish. Delish van Hush. Gedaan, Tommy. Delish. D and Father L and S. Delish. Fiointach, na rodi is féidir I gceannaimh nuair a táimid dílis gan chúis. Tá mí ag léirú na slíos fearr gan an Gaeilge a chur chun cín. Tá mí tar éis an céad céim den staire a bhaint amach, an céad céim den staire I dro físe an fíorsaigh. Éire séir agus éire réalach. Agus slach sibse páid mhúr san obair sin. Cad ar lach sin. Mór hímpel na scaile, tá sin na daltaí ag faidsiú ribh an múinteoirí as Gaeilge, agus na múinteoirí á ragat as Gaeilge. McGlynn agam na scaile arú. Inis tá mar fatrún againn, ceann den naomh mór an na héireann, an teanna, agus an creideamh Cathlacach, ag glúiseacht ar aig le chéile gúlinn rúlinn, cé atá ag glúiseacht ar aig le chéile.
Agus an creideamh Cathlacach.
Dan scail, can tasaigh sa glúiseacht seo. Ó bheoch an na Gaeilge, ó nuachan an chultúr Gaeilge. Agus tá inspiráid, spiridálta na haglaise Cathlachaí ar spraga freisin. Sin é an fá go bhfuil ceannasaí na haglaise ag teacht ar cuairt chugainn inniu. Cé atá ag teacht?
An Cardinal Washer.
Gedain an Cardinal. Fíor Gael. Ag teacht an seo, chun takeúlinn. Ag teacht chun an tafran a ráúin. Chun an méid atá déanta againn ar san na teangan ag ceiliúra. Chun buchas a gháilín as feadh dílis. Gan creideamh Cathlacach. Agus beidh sibse ag cama an affran leis. Ag ceiliúra an creideamh cad beidh sin ag déanamh. Agus cén sort fearraí an Cardinal?
Fíor Gael Washer.
Sin é, Fíor Gael. An tían an Cardinal leis an bíorsach. Gad ban an tír gan teanga agus tír gan anam. Sin é an fá go bhfuil sé ag teacht chun sin a spraga.
A bháistear, tá ceiste gom.
Má thuair Catrína cad é an ceist?
Déir tú, tá tú a gcóí agrá, tír gan teanga, tír gan anam.
Ní me sé ar sin na stóra. Daine bhard níos táfaí ná me sé. Pádraig McCabe sé ar sin.
Se a bháistear, ach tus a dúirt sin é.
Gedain éon tíim leis an bíorsa. Agus an ceist?
An bhfuil sé fear de gach duine sa tír.
Gedain níos fíor.
Má tá duine bailh agus bauer ní leon teanga aige. An cílíonn sé sin nach bhfuil leon anam aige.
Cad is brúig leis an tafoid seo. Catrína ní bheacháin? Bhfuil tu sé géirigh méach ar ar buile ar an lá benathe seo?
Ní le bháis ní raibh mé ach ag smaoinemh.
Nó bí ag smaoinemh. Deman tú an amarcha smaoinemh. Bal be bheag me dhear ar an cúis. Ar llite chum ach ar chun cín. Ná na bheith smaoinemh ar rá méis.
Ach tá ruí nach dige mé a bháistear.
Cén rudí nach daigeann tú?
Na daoine sa túisceart, na unionists.
Na héan tata, cad fú?
Ní leabharann siad Gaeilge. Níor leabhar siad Gaeilge roimh. An bhfuil ortha Gaeilge a álam Sullivan anam acu.
Tá an cearta go. Seo éire is í Gaeilge ar dana. Tá síon an héan tata ha béla láirt. Ní héan trigláid faoi sin. Ach sí an bhéla teanga hosanna. An rud is fearr don héan tata Na dollar ash go sosana as a tonic sheet. And shinbek should it danwile in a anam core.
Oh, they're shit.
Oh, toys a gum kind of dirt shit, son. Although it's a tashi galer, deeper as on dushgert, beg anam na tira sha, umlon sayer.
Oh, now you...
A dunder club, Darren. Ta rubber colour rogot. Ta oglit fos, a trait, as a titan, a son of Hushisha. Tassa, Augusta, cat mutter, frina, hand top the Marc bheith choratha agus trína céile mar hagan an cabinet. Ní mana. A bhí sin géimís tríd an drill a rís. Cad a bheith sibh ag conna nóair a hagan an cabinéal isteach an doras sin. Árán an fiercing. Árán atá lán le sinntat na chuige. Lán le brí agus le dóchas. Pháistí ag tanú le teachta míis. Gach duine ag tanú le héireann a bheith an-lán séir faoi dheann. An ruige chur na gáilh agus ortha siúd tá bailú. Árán a rúnach ar fad, ban ó cáid seo. Tá gráine bhfuil ag teacht ar sáile, óglaigh arma le mar gáda. Bhfuil iad féin is ní Francigh ná Spánaigh, is cuireadh siad ruaigh ar gáilh. Óró siad a bhatha bhaile, óró siad a bhatha bhaile. Óró siad a bhatha bhaile, hanis ar Harte an thabhraí. Inis, Brigí tríd. A héan, a dó, a trí. Tá gráinne bhfuil ag teacht ar sáile, óglaigh arma le mar gáda. Ghail iad féin is ní Francigh ná Spánaigh, is cuireadh siad ruaigh ar gáilh. Óró siad a bhatha bhaile,
Something we were not likely to pick up if we'd spent our lives hanging around the street corner.
He betrayed the most sacred trust of all. His responsibility as a teacher, to protect and nurture children. He destroyed children's lives.
Just to satisfy his prick.
Yeah. And that's all you are, is a miserable little traitor.
He's nothing but a prick.
And that's how you'll be defined. And that's how you'll be remembered.
But will these statements stand up in court?
Are they all lies? Is my brother a liar? They'll stand up in our court. Fine, we'll proceed with the trial. The next charge against the prisoner, crimes perpetrated on Dandy.
This is too bizarre. I don't want to hear this.
Dandy can speak for himself.
For fuck's sake, what's all the talk for? Let's get it over with.
Dandy, this is the trial. This is your chance to tell your story, to tell the truth.
You know the story. So to say, what do you want me to do? Tell it all over again for him?
Tell it, so it will be told.
If you're not going to stop the fucker now, I'm getting out of here.
You see, there is no story. It's concocted. Copy and Beano as always.
Fuck you!
Look, I have your story here. The statement you made to the guards. If I go through it, will you confirm it?
No, he won't. He trotted into the guards after Beano. Whatever Beano did, he followed. Whatever he said, he repeated.
You wouldn't recognise the truth. I kicked you in the balls. Go on, read the statement. Make it fast.
Okay. This is the testimony of Philip Bradshaw, otherwise known as Dandy. You remember Donny here, took him under his wing, brought him to the pictures. As soon as the lights went down, his hand would come over, rubbing my crotch, opening my fly, rubbing my penis.
I didn't say penis. I said prick, but the cop mustn't have been able to spell it.
Mustn't have taken you seriously.
Fuck you. Go on, tell him what happened to the Gale top.
Yeah. Donny here used to bring him to Connemara for the weekends. Help him, clean up after a fundraising event, that kind of thing. And then after they'd go to the local pub, where Dandy here became something of a celebrity. 14-year-old boy with a powerful Dublin accent, lowering pints, practicing his Irish phrases on the locals. After the pub, they go to one of the empty houses Donny always seemed to have available to him. And there, he would bugger Dandy. Is this your story, Dandy?
That's it. Can we move on now?
So this is why you're saying that you and Bino went on drugs?
We got an early start with alcohol, didn't we?
But you never talked about it amongst yourselves. Not until Bino raised it.
We were trying to forget the fucking thing, weren't we?
It's a tall story.
It's not the only story either.
No?
There is another thing. I got steamed up about Irish. Just like you. We all did. We thought we were going to do great things. Restore the Irish language, for Christ's sake. But as soon as he was finished fucking us, we were dropped. No more talk of great futures, no more privileges. At the end of the day, we were just shit to him. That was the worst of all. We were never more than shit to him. It was all a pack of lies. We dropped out of school after that.
Jesus Christ.
Do you want to hear more of the statements?
More of the same?
More of the same.
No. We'll take them as read. Let's just get out of here. We report them to the guards.
We've done that already, you fool. Were you not listening?
Murder is not an option. We're leaving now.
We're not leaving.
No, Dandy!
I killed him first.
You have to be patient. I want him to get his comeuppance as well, but we need Alan.
What for?
I explained. That time, remember, just after Jimmy had died, when you were going to go after him on your own, I said to you, that I wanted revenge too, but we had to be clever, and you agreed to do it my way.
So why are we still talking?
We need to talk, Dandy, don't you see? If you had learned to talk back then, we wouldn't have been such easy prey for Donny.
We learned to speak in two languages. If we had something to say, we could have said it twice.
I think we had a lot to say, but we never said anything. We were drilled into silence, and not just by Donny. What we were learning was the language of the mute. So now, for once, we are not going to stay mute. We are going to talk freely, without inhibition. We're going to finish this trial. We're going to gather a complete dossier, and then we'll decide what to do. Okay? Okay, Danny?
Okay. But I can't take much more of this.
Complete dossier. Other charges.
Different charges, maybe. Impersonation.
Impersonation.
Impersonating one quadrigate Pierce's idol.
Oh, for God's sakes, Kathy. What's Pierce got to do with it?
Well, Donny chose Ross Muck to open his first Irish summer school.
So,
he wanted to be as good as Pierce found in a school. And he chose Pierce's own retreat, Ross Muck.
Jesus Christ. What's wrong with that?
Raising the tricolour at dawn.
Saluting it, singing a national anthem just to get the day underway. Sheena Fina Fall.
Marching two abreast around the borings of Connemara.
Training his kinnery to put discipline on their peers.
Yeah, well, he toned it down, didn't he?
Only when people thought he was recruiting for the IRA.
Don't you think there's something a bit fascist about it all?
It was harmless. I'm not aware of anyone in this school or the summer college either who joined the IRA or who was involved in the Troubles.
Harmless? I wonder. Remember Pierce's obsession with little boys? Easter gone. Only in a name.
Oh, for God's sakes, this is even too more bizarre.
Well, what we are examining here is Pierce's influence on Donny.
Kathy, you're not suggesting that Pierce was at it too. That's sick.
We don't really know, do we? I mean, he may not have acted upon it, but he certainly had fantasies about chubby little boys.
That's fucking obscene. That's a hell of an assumption to make on the basis that he wrote a couple of stories about boys.
Based on more than a few stories. Do you remember this? He was never without the complete works. Listen to this. Little lad of the tricks, full well I know that you have been in mischief. Confess your fault truly. I forgive you, child of the soft red mouth. I will not condemn anyone for a sin not understood. Raise your comely head till I kiss your mouth. If either of us is the better of that, I am the better of it. There is a fragrance in your kiss that I have not found yet in the kisses of women, or in the honey of their bodies.
Lad of grey eyes, that flush in thy cheek, would be white with dread of me, could you read my secrets. He who has my secrets is not fit to touch you. Is not that a pitiful thing? Little lad of the tricks. I know my Pierce. I know him inside out. I know that poem, and I know it's fucking innocent.
Innocent? Perhaps you'd like to explain it so.
The child is only a symbol. It's symbolic.
But why that particular symbol?
It's about innocence, childhood, purity, not about sexual desire.
Or in the honey of their bodies.
Oh, shut the fuck up! I can't take any more of this. You're trying to fill my mind with poison. It's sick. Sick to suggest that there's anything in me. Pierce was an idealist. The purest of idealists. He willingly sacrificed his life for our freedom. Our freedom! Anyway, what's Pierce got to do with it? Pierce belonged to a different age. He was above all that. It's a purer age.
Pure?
Gone wrong and way.
You must be joking. You have to look closer at your chosen gods to see if they've cloven feet.
Pierce, Downey thought he was Pierce. Pierce thought he was Jesus Christ.
Making a blood sacrifice.
You are assassins. Yeah. Assassins. I'm out of here. And I'm taking him with me.
You go. No one will stop you. But Donny stays. My brother is in the grave. And Donny is responsible. So Donny will face his punishment. This trial will take its course to its conclusion.
This is no way to
By the time you reach the gate outside, you will hear the verdict. You'll hear the final full stop.
And go to the guards.
Stay away from the door.
Leave Donny go. And leave Pierce out of it.
Why?
Because we have to have something to believe in, that's why. Because some things have to remain holy, that's why. Think of all the good he's done. The inspiration he has given.
Really?
He gave us something to believe in. Something bigger and more important than our miserable little lives. Miserable little housing estates. Miserable little country.
Even if it's a total fabrication?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Even if it's total fucking fiction. We need our myths to give us meaning.
Like lie to ourselves?
If we have to create those myths, then so be it. If we have to erase or ignore reality, in order to create our heroes, then so be it.
Why would we want to do that?
Because we have to do it, that's why. Our need cries out for it. It is our need that has to be satisfied. If we've adopted the truth as our fiction, then so be it. It makes that fiction all the more true, all the more holy.
Well, if that's the case, then it's sad. And we are pathetic.
Maybe it is sad. Maybe it is pathetic. But it's human nature. We're talking about a human need here. If we go around fighting cloven feet and all our gods, assassinating them as you were doing, what are we left with?
Maybe a better world.
I doubt it.
Can't you see that's enough of it? That's the reason he got away with it for so long. Oh, he's such a good man. A good Catholic. An idealist. Practically a saint. Oh, he was to be revered but never questioned. He was above suspicion. And as you said, people wanted something to believe in, so they chose Donny. Just like the country chose Pierce and his blood sacrifice as the state's foundation myth. Pathetic and infantile, all of it. And it's the reason he chose that, to get away with what he did.
Who have you on trial here anyway? Pierce or Donny?
Maybe it's both.
Cathy, please. Let Pierce rest. Leave him be. And let Donny take responsibility for his own actions.
Too fucking right.
Okay, Mr. Defence Counsel. Do you accept the validity of the accusations?
Yes. Yes. Dandy, Dino and the others. I believe it now. I believe them.
Gee, thanks. Can we get on with it now and snuff the fucker?
Yeah, you wouldn't object to me putting a bullet in his skull.
But that's absurd!
Brushing him off the face of the
You
earth.
can't kill him!
Can I not? Watch.
For God's sake, think of the consequences.
There's no consequences for me. This gun is traceable to the paramilitaries.
And his tongue cut out.
Yeah, that's right, Dan. And a note. I am a traitor. We put it out there that he was a police informer. They're not going to suspect me. A girl. I'm not likely to be one of his aggrieved victims. Dandy's not going to rat me, are you, Dandy?
No, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he turned you in.
Yeah, but you have qualms and turn me in.
I don't want it to come to that. But neither do I want to be complicit in murder.
How about being complicit in justice? Justice for my brother, for Dandy, the other lads, maybe dozens more we don't even know about.
He should be tried before the courts.
That's what we know, Tom. So can we get on with it and snuff the fucker?
Hold on, Dandy.
And if you don't want to do it, give me the fucking gun and I'll get on with it.
Hold tight, please. Just a little bit longer, please.
Look, if he is confronted with the havoc that he has caused, maybe he will plead guilty.
You must be fucking joking.
He has been confronted with the havoc he's caused. What it is?
Alright, but he should go to jail for child abuse, not end up in what will look like a paramilitary execution.
Child abuse, yeah. You watch your fucking language, Alan. Child abuse is when a child gets wrapped in the knuckles, or they won't let him go to the toilet when he needs to.
He was raping, buggering, fucking innocent children.
You're fucking obscene!
Oh, stop recoiling for fuck's sake. Language is not obscene. It just names things. It's the crimes that are obscene. And if we can't match the language to the crime, then we can't talk about it. Can't you see? They did something to our language back then. They robbed us of the language we needed.
Yeah. Bin bail and a hust, as he used to say.
Exactly. Shut the mouths of children, and you allow people with power over them to get away with these atrocities.
Okay. What Donny did was buggering children, but he should be tried properly and sent to jail if he is found guilty.
Oh, Donny's already been to jail, haven't you, Donny? Back in the 50s.
Yeah, he was happy enough to go to jail then, as a hero, as the champion of a great cause. But when he was confronted with the prospect of going to jail for what he did to us, he quickly hid behind the apron of a solicitor.
Yeah, and you'd get away with it again, wouldn't you? That's why there's no alternative to the kangaroo court. So, this court finds you guilty as charged and sentences you to death. What have you got to say for this?
Doesn't understand the language of the court.
For God's sake, Tony, will you stop cowering like an old woman? Do you think Roger Pierce did that in the GPO?
Don't, Patty, please don't.
I'm sorry, Alan.
You've humiliated him enough.
I have to.
Put the gun down.
The only way to get justice for my brother.
But there must be another way.
No other way, Alan.
What if someone else were to give evidence?
Somebody else has, Dandy and the other lads.
Someone who isn't a junkie.
So junkies don't count. Fuck you two.
If there was such a person, he would have come forward a long
Will
time.
you get on with it for fuck's sake?
Yeah, you're right. Now the humour is on, you may as well finish the job.
There is such a person.
Who?
Me.
You?
Yes, me.
What?
I'm one of the people. One of the children Donny abused.
What did? Wouldn't let you go to the toilet? Wrapped you on the knuckles?
No. The other.
What did I tell you about your fucking language, Alan? What the fuck did Donny do to you?
He raped me.
Now say it to his face!
He raped me.
Spit it in his smug face!
He raped me! He buggered me!
Why am I not surprised?
We thought he left you alone. To be his honeypot. So we fucked you too. That's the fucking limit.
Take it easy, Dandy.
I'm gonna do for you, so I am. I'm gonna do for you and him. I'm gonna park this in your fucking windpipe, and that'll be the end of the talk.
Dandy, don't. You said you'd do this my way.
Your way! Your way!
And you said you promised, remember?
We came in here to avenge Dino. Dino, remember? We came here to do for this kid.
We have to be patient. We have to go through this. Take it to its course.
And you invite along Mr. Master Scully, your ex-boyfriend, for a chat. In case we need a witness. Witness to what? As if there was ever a chance of him putting up his hands and offering to confess.
We will get our revenge.
Have you forgotten, Dino? Maybe you're way too long. Maybe that's it. You didn't see Dino in the pits of hell. You didn't see him stab lighted cigarettes into the palm of his hand so that the pain in his hand might relieve the torture in his mind. You didn't see that. And you didn't see him, the wisp of hope in his eyes that time he came out of the loony bin, determined to put Donny behind bars. And you didn't see him try to give hope to the rest of us, getting us to talk about what Donny did to us. And you didn't see him crushed. Crushed when he was told that Donny would not be put on trial. Crushed for himself, crushed too for the false hope he'd given the rest of us. You didn't see these things. So maybe you're prepared to compromise, but I'm not.
We are not compromising.
Then give me the fucking gun and let me do this much for
He was my brother, Danny! My brother! Of course I want revenge. I just need a little time, please.
Danny, put the knife down, please. I'm sorry. I didn't believe you. I'm sorry for what happened.
Jesus. I've heard it all now.
Just put the knife down, Danny.
Right. But don't expect me to stand around like a spare if you're not going to snuff the fucker.
Laverty. Couldn't you brother? Broadmoor. Previously the couple of them, the Gilligan word Gilligan. Swinigi cake or heskes if you say. Swinigi around dog and keen back when and then winter elite material and a head deer. There's a good cake or tall dog, is a town Toma Omlan in St. Channel. And since an atmosphere going lady, then could as more deeper and go wash the salary. Agus gach seachtain bíonn an deise goibh clapdáil nuair a héann siad go dtí club na nóg. As trú amach bhfuil an seans sin in gachtain. Ach tá siefte gom. Tá scaile na cónathe bhfuil himpeall na tíre. Can I make it taller on to the linen sus Lord Term?
Actually full of.
Full?
Like the Dalty go there in a while. Marching back the school full of.
I can't go down.
Inish. Tá bhaim is ceann an scaile na sin at Isa the found sus Lord Term. The balloon is Dalty I the chinál an sin a fan a seachtain ag Lord Gael wine. Cén tar a bheith ar sin?
Cos nach séla.
Chos nóg. Ach in omad císa ícló, tá dúra mí scaláireachtaí don scail. An sin bheith daltaí na scaile sin á múna sér an eisce. Cad é do húran, Philip?
I will carry tash all out to wash the...
Tá farin ag tastáil ahfuim! Farin ó, can tuaid faoin tianscar an seaach. Na scaláirí sin hís faoin dua. Feicte siad bína choís leo ag Lord Gaeilge go ná dúra. Cúis intastáil gan dad. Bhfuil tú ré can tuaid faoin.
Shall wash it.
Mahu, Philip! Agus duine eile, tusa Alan?
Shot a washer.
Tá a fin. Deanna sé sin cúis.
A bháiste nic sé sin fearáilte.
Well, tá bhí ag tosnú le scail mhóchailí. Ní bheith sé arúnach chalína bheith anna éana linn. Bhíadar cad a farlóta i meas na mhóchailí. Tá tú róga húil. Agus bheith mé sé freigrach tá ar lóg éon rudait. Ar éon as You're the lads and I'll study here to see the fucking dirt.
You're saying stock order and shop.
An céanúr going in scail Calini beg tusa Vuir. And ish, ascriam aber. A moirach beg astile scrivagriv an Idicus. Contasnu leid me Gatabiog as teacspada scriv Padraig Mac Pirish Win Idicus Lelilin Fain, the murder machine. Scriv she an teacsha mela as nirashi she gailge. A vision kaid me olive imela. Oh, home. Plus you should fucking bella ras the shomra shop. Ah, here we the eshcot. A gas Padraig Mac Pirish. Ach, in a horse shin a wine.
Dan, he'll be alright.
Yeah, he'll be okay. Don't worry about that. Now, Alan, you have a lot of explaining to do.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You know everything now.
I know nothing still. When did it start?
In first year. Brought a group of us boys, 4 of us, off for a weekend to the Gaeltacht. The first evening, we were making dinner. They only produced bottles of wine. The 4 of us, 4 rooms, none for him. He muttered to me that we would have to share a bed. That was the first time.
The first of many?
Yes. He made me part of his team. One of his kinnery. And it happened all the time. He used to come for 1 month. I used to stay for 3 months.
You could have left.
It doesn't make sense, I know.
Jimmy never told me. And you never told me. The 2 people I was closest to growing up. My brother and my boyfriend.
I'm sorry. It's hard to explain.
Hard to explain?
It's not simple, Kathy. I'm sure Bino will have difficulty explaining it too.
Try.
No. I always admired Donnie. I felt grateful to him.
Grateful?
I wouldn't have gone to college. I'd never become a teacher were it not for him.
You were being used, Alan.
Look, I'm trying to understand. Or why it wasn't I who taught myself instead of Bino?
Yes.
It's as if it happened to somebody else. As a 13-year-old, I was shocked. But the world is a strange and shocking place to any 13-year-old. So I assumed that whatever the teacher was doing to me had to be natural and normal, even if it was strange and shocking.
How long did it go on for?
Up to the time I did my intercert.
Up to the stage that he was afraid the effect of his terror was wearing thin.
He didn't need terror. I would have done anything for him. I believed in him. I think I loved him.
Loved?
Yes. I loved him. As a father, anyway.
How could you?
It was his idealism. He was someone trying to achieve the impossible. Trying to pull the Irish language from the tide and breathe life back into it. There's a beauty in that dream.
Beauty?
Look, I know. I don't reconcile this with the other side of him either. It's as if he has 2 people in one. It's as if the 2 of us involved, him and me, were 2 totally different sets of people in a different time.
How did you cope?
I pretended to myself that it never happened.
It happened. How could I should have been more suspicious.
You couldn't have known anything.
That night in the Gaeltacht. The night you stood me up on the beach. I went back to your house. The curtains were pulled back and the window was open. And I crept up to look in. I knew which bed was yours. But you weren't in it.
And you know why?
I don't know why I didn't think of that detail till now. I didn't think it was important. It wasn't until Jimmy screamed attention to it.
Because it's not your fault. People cannot be expected to treat every innocent act with suspicion. I mean, I couldn't talk about it. I couldn't understand it for one thing. You're right. You're so right about the language.
Rob, the people of their language, and it's not without a soul you leave them. You leave them.
More than you. I was numb too. It was as if the world was soured for me. And I was ashamed. It was as if I had some disease, some infection growing inside me year by year. I couldn't bear to touch anyone. Neither could I bear anyone touch me.
Yeah, I noticed that. Where do you think I shagged off to England?
To advance your acting career.
To advance my acting career? No, you dickhead. Just to get laid.
I really have fucked up, haven't I? I've let everyone down.
I think you've been used and abused more than anyone.
More?
More, yeah. I don't think Downey's any great mystery with his two faces. There's just so much that's unexplained. I mean, why did the guards not do anything about the complaints that the lads made?
Well, you said it yourself, he was a respected person. And the connections in the state, in a church. The lads were less incredible.
There were 6 of the lads. I mean, you'd think that's a lot of accusations. You'd think they'd love to get stuck into a Republican.
Yeah.
I think Downey did a deal with them. When the lads went to the guards, they gave something for them to bargain with. They now had something on Downey. And he had plenty that was of interest to them. So they made a deal.
A deal?
Information for immunity. So, maybe he did rat on that guy who was trying to buy anti-aircraft missiles. Maybe even now, the guards are squeezing information out of him. What harm if he rapes a few children, as long as he's given useful information to the state?
So that's why you think there's no alternative to shooting Downey? No chance of justice otherwise? Can I ask you a favour?
What is it?
Can I have a gun?
What do you want the gun for?
If you're intent on shooting him, if you think it's the only way, then it must be me. I must take responsibility. It can't be you, it mustn't be you. You are blameless. I will finish off, Dolan. And Bino will be avenged.
No. It's not what I want for you, Ryan. We will not descend into the brutality of the so-called Republican movement.
Happy!
I don't have to go now yet, Donnie. Take a good look at it. It's a replica. Harmless as a child's toy. What would your Republican friends say if they knew that you shitted yourself with a toy gun and a girl?
Der Fratznortein!
Yeah, you go fuck yourself too, Donny. Better still, take Pierce with you and shove him up your arse. If we're going to visit justice on Donny, we have to do it the hard way. Civilised way.
You know the way I said I was numb? It was worse than that. I tried to rid myself of all feeling. I tried to turn myself into a rock. But no sooner was I a rock than I was conscious of the erosion from within. A disease eating away at that rock from the inside, making me hollow. I had a desperate need to fill that void with something good. So I had to make a success of my life because the alternative was unthinkable. But now that void is back. I'm so empty.
Empty's not the worst condition. A void can be filled. Find the person you really are and pour him into that void. I mean, I knew him once. Knew him and loved him.
Oh, Kathy, it's as if goodness can never flow into me again. It's as if it can never be mine again. It's as if it's off somewhere in some frozen place.
Listen, sometimes I feel totally frozen. So I try to remember a time that I was at my happiest.
Where's that?
Here in the school.
Here?
Do you remember Jeremiah and his plays? Jeremiah was the real idealist. And we were doing the play in 5th year.
Playboy.
And it was the 3rd performance, the last one. And we all knew our lines.
I knew my lines the first night.
It must have been someone else fluffing, so.
Oh. Starting with you, is it? I will not then. And when the airs is warming in 4 months or 5, it's then yourself and me should be pacing Neffen in the dews of night. The time sweet smells to be rising. And you see a little shiny new moon maybe, sinking on the hills.
And is it that kind of a poacher's love you'd be making, Christy man? On the sides of Neffen, when the night is down?
It's little you'll think if my love's a poacher's or an earl's itself, when you feel my 2 arms stretched around you. And I squeeze in kisses on your puckered lips. Till I feel a kind of pity for the Lord God of all ages sits lonesome on his golden chair.
I need to get you home.
You were harsh on old Pierce tonight.
What do you mean?
Old Donny's art. Hardly a place for a national icon.
I never thought of that.
Andy and the other lads, when you get them together, I'd like to talk to them. Tell them I'm with them.
That would be great.
If they want to stand up in court and put Donny behind bars, they have to be clean and sober.
Well, you can tell them that.
You need to identify every other victim. Why couldn't we have done something about this before now?
For a race of talkers and writers, we're not very good at communicating, are we? 2 languages. We've an inclination to run away from both of them.
We mustn't become cynical.
Even though there's nothing but cynicism around us.
We have a lot to talk about.
We do. But let's put Tony behind bars first.
In the Middle Ages, there were everywhere little groups of persons clustering around some beloved teacher. And thus it was that men learned not only the humanities, but all gracious and useful crafts. It was always the individual, inspiring, guiding, fostering other individuals. In Ireland in Christian times, when a Ciarán or an Enda or a Columkill gathered his little group of foster children around him, they were collectively his family, his household, his clan. Many sweet and endearing words were used to mark the intimacy of that relationship. I dwell on the importance of the personal element in education. I would have every child not merely a unit in a school attendance, but in some intimate, personal way, the pupil of a teacher, or, to use more expressive words, the disciple of a master.